Hello, dear learners, and welcome to your brief introduction video to Math 90. My name is Paul Martone. I will be your instructor. Here you can see my bio and a little bit about me. You'll have access to this profile page for me in Canvas. You can also use this bookings link here to book an appointment with me. You'll also be able to do that through my announcements. You'll receive that link from me every week. And you also can contact me in Canvas. You can send me a message in Teams. And anytime you need to, you also have access to my work number here as well. Let's go ahead and go over to Math 90 and get started. So the first thing, and probably the most important thing that you need to know, is every week you need to read the announcements. I will always post announcements on Mondays and Fridays at the beginning and end of the week. And when you go on the homepage, the most recent announcements will appear here. But it could be that I've posted 4 announcements during a week, and maybe you haven't logged in 48 hours. I hope you wouldn't go longer than that. So instead of just looking at the recent announcements, what you always want to do is in the left side menu, click announcements. And right now you'll see I have one waiting for you. But when you click on announcements, you'll see all of my announcements, okay, beginning with the most recent. So you'll be able to scroll down and go, oh, this is where I left off 3 announcements ago, and read everything that you missed. So always when you come to your homepage, you'll see this is going to fill up quickly as we start to work together. Always use announcements in the left side menu when you are at the homepage. Okay, now I am your Math 90 instructor and I'm your English 90 instructor. Make sure you watch the brief video that I shared for English 90 in that first announcement. Some things are different, so it's really important that you watch both. However, we have only one webinar per week for both of our courses. The Math 90, English 90 webinar is every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. What does that mean if you are listening to me speak right now and it's Labor Day or regardless of what semester it is, it's Monday of week 1, let's say. Okay, regardless of what semester it is, it's Monday of week 1. You know that tomorrow is Tuesday, and tomorrow we have the Tuesday of week 1. We have our first webinar at 10 a.m. Mountain. What time zone are you in now? And what's the difference between where you are in Mountain Time? Make sure that you always are aware of the time in Mountain Time. Okay, I'm located on the East Coast, but our college is based out of Salt Lake City in Utah, and that is Mountain Time. So you have to always be thinking in that time and knowing the difference between where you are and what Mountain Time is, so that you know when to attend something. Every week, this webinar, the first hour will be dedicated to Math 90, and the second hour will be dedicated to English 90. Okay, you can come in whenever you want. Are you required to attend the weekly webinar? No, you are not. I strongly, strongly recommend that you every week, especially week 1, but every week, either attend the webinar or watch the recording. Okay. The webinars on Tuesday, maybe an hour after they end, I will post them as an announcement that says webinar recording week 1, so that you can watch it at your leisure. If you're watching the recording, always do it earlier in the week. Don't wait until the end of the week to watch it. It's going to have really important information to make your homework and your quizzes easier. Okay. Lastly, please know that we keep our video screens turned off in the live webinar. So you may attend, and if you are at work or a place where there's things going on in the background, your video camera is expected to be off anyway, because it helps the slideshow to function better, particularly in math when I'm doing solutions, solving problems with you. You are not required to participate actively. So if you just want to come and listen, you may. If you can participate in the chat group, that's tremendous. We will use the chat to interact that way during the webinars. Okay, moving on. And here is that link. And all you have to do is click on this link and it will open in Teams and you will be able to join the webinar. And you don't have to be let in from the waiting room. You'll be able to come right in. First person there, as soon as someone comes, if someone gets there before me, everyone receives an announcement in Teams saying that it's open. Make sure that you know how to use Teams. Okay, make sure in our course prerequisites, it covers everything you need to know about Teams. Speaking of course prerequisites, the next most important link is modules. You will always click on modules. Don't use these buttons down here, these tabs, week 1, week 2, week 3. I'll show you why. When you click on modules, it's going to take you right to the course prerequisites, which is exactly what you need to do. Let me show you this as a student view. Okay, you need to complete all of these prerequisites to begin the course with week 1. Here you see that week 1 is transparent. You can't click on anything. And that is because you have to do your course prerequisites. When you start something, a green mark will appear here to show that you've viewed the page. It doesn't mean that you've completed everything that you needed to complete there. It just means that you've viewed it. Please make sure that you read the honor lock proctor information very carefully. Please make sure that you watch this short video on honor lock. You use honor lock to take all of your quizzes in Math 90. And it tells you everything you need to know, including how to enter the password. So at minute mark 3 minutes and 54 seconds of this video, you can learn how to enter the password so that you can take your quizzes. As your instructor, the password is not something I can give you. The password is different for each learner. It changes every time you go to take a quiz. So you have to watch this video to understand what you need to do. Please make sure that you do that. Please make sure that you look at it carefully. It's always going to be there, so you can also watch it more than once. If you forget something, it's okay. Just go back and watch it again. The academic honesty quiz is very straightforward. You have to have 100% on this academic honesty quiz for week 1 to open. If you have a 90%, this will not open. You have to retake it and get 100%. Make sure that you've done everything you're asked to do here. And when you do, let me leave student view. What's going to happen is that week 1 is going to open up for you. Okay, now here we have week 1. If you go down, you'll see week 2, week 3. I'm going to explain a lot of the things that are in here in the week 1 webinar. The only thing I want to show you now is that every week we have a different discussion board that you can use. In Math 90, these discussion boards are for you, the learners, to interact with each other. I will only come in and comment if it's necessary to do so, but this is a way each week. Make sure you go to the right week, by the way. In English 90, we only have one discussion board. Here we have a different one each week. If you go to week 1, welcome to week 1, start here. You'll see beneath it the week 1 discussion Q&A. When you click on that, and mine is loading now, you are going to see that I have already entered a post for you to read to let you know a little bit about my own background with math and asking you to please do the same. Okay, one of the things that you're going to find out when you read my post is that I have not always been a huge fan of math. All right, so make sure you read that and make sure that you reply and share your own personal history with math as well. Okay, great. So that's everything for now. Thank you so much for watching this brief video. I look forward to meeting with you and working with you. It's going, whether you love math or hate math, it's going to be a great semester, one in which my goal will always be to support you. Thanks so much and have a great day.